always knew there's something different with my brain, but I didn't know how much I actually fucked up. Hi, it's Zahrishko. I feel like it's gonna give you more logic if I talk a bit about my history. I'm Zahrishko, as I said. I'm 21 years old and studying medicine, but my journey with med school is not the perfect one. I've failed not one but 2 years in a row in university. Failing 1 year was acceptable, okay? But the second one, yeah, it was a little bit show off, both for myself and my parents too. I've always had some kind of struggle with school and day-to-day tasks, but I was compensated with them pretty well, actually. Not like my peers, but differently with different systems, with different pathways, until me going to university and this new big city. And after that, all of my problems got bigger and bigger, and I couldn't cope with them anymore. And I knew that ADHD was a thing, but I was just thinking it was not being able to focus and being hyperactive. Yeah, see me. And until I come across the YouTube video, thanks to social media. And the girl in that video was talking about her problems related to ADHD. And I was so shocked that how we were similar and she has the same struggles with me. I felt truly someone is understanding my problems where I can hardly talk about them. Then all the searching phase came. I searched insanely and I thought I maybe have ADHD. After procrastinated it for months, I finally went to a psychiatrist. But no, it's not that easy, right? You're a woman. And he said that my problems are because of my shitty sleep schedule, and he gave me a bunch of antidepressants. And the pills didn't work because I wasn't depressed, even though I told him, man. No, I'm kidding. I'm not against men most of the time. Anyway, and I truly believe he misdiagnosed me. So, about a month and a half later, I went to another doctor, and surprise, surprise, I have ADHD. And a little disclaimer, first, I was thinking to make a TikTok video. It's why the video ratio is vertical. It turned out I have a lot to say and thought making a YouTube video would help better than a short form video. I'm new on maths. It's just my first day in the video, and I know that it's a journey and I just started yet, and every day is different. And yeah, after this long intro, let's get into the actual video. Yeah. Okay, so hey, well, I just diagnosed with ADHD yesterday. That was not a surprise, but I feel weird about it anyway. So the doctor described me with some meds. Yesterday was too late to take those, but today, about an hour ago, I took med for the first time, and I want to document it because I'm so tense right now. Yeah, let's see my first day on ADHD meds. My impressions. I feel not a drastic change, but there's a little bit weird thing about my brain. Like I feel tingly over here, like something tingles me. Like there's something pulling over from here, and I'm a little anxious right now. And my symptoms went crazy this morning. Like I'm running all over the place, and I prepare my breakfast running because I was nervous and fidgeting, etc. goes really wild. I'm watching a YouTube video about ADHD. It's like 2 hours long, and I'm hyper focusing it very well, and I want to educate myself about myself and this disorder or whatever we call it. It's like 1 hour in and I don't feel that much difference, but I feel like something is coming. I don't know how to describe it, but maybe because I search about the math or because I have expectations, but other than that, I feel like something is started to feel different, but so little because of I am hyper aware of myself and my thoughts today. I feel like something's coming, but I don't know how to describe it. So yeah. Okay, something different happened. I procrastinated to wash my face and brush my teeth this morning, like always. Ew, right? I generally think about doing my skincare and washing my face about an hour, considering it and not doing it at all. And while watching that adhd video, the thought came to my mind to brush my teeth, do my skincare, and I couldn't fight the urge to stand up and go upstairs and do the things. I don't know if it's the peel or I don't know, but I just wanted to say, because the process was different, very different than the normal me, because it was like my body was like a robot that I can actually control with my thoughts, and that's never the case in general, because in general my thoughts came to my mind and I don't do these. I procrastinate those thoughts and think about in detail of these processes, like opening the top of the toothpaste and all the skincare processes. But at this time, I just stand up and do. It's more quiet in my mind. I feel almost like sleepy in my brain because it's not in a so much hurry and everything is slowed down a little bit. It's so strange that I can just be present. I can just be look at somewhere and be there and not thinking about anything. I just exist. It's different, totally. Well, okay, so I need to talk about my feelings. I went to an eye doctor at 11 years old. Told me that I have myopia minor 1.75, almost minor 2. She said, "Where is your glasses?" And I said, "I don't have any." She was like, "How you or your parents didn't notice until this point?" I remember I cried when I first wear my glasses because I was able to see the leaves on the tree. I always thought everyone seeing the world as same as me, and I didn't think there was something wrong with me, something wrong with my eyes. Same as that, I thought everyone is like me, everyone's brain works like me, and everyone is experiencing the world as me. But no, I understand it's not like that. I feel like I'm wearing glasses for the first time again. You know what? I always say that to my friends and to my parents. There's 8 different websites on my brain and open at the same time, doing different things in the same time. It's like the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once. And now it's only just one page or two, but that's so normal. I don't want to be too dramatic or give you the expression these pills or meds are magical. They're not, but they kinda are. I can't tell you how peaceful my mind is right now. I saw a TikTok video on my page. She described the feeling something like the fog in the brain went off. Even though I think about and try to understand it, I never truly understand that feeling because I have that fog too. But now I can describe the fog is missing and is less pressuring my brain. It's definitely more sunny inside of my mind right now. Yeah. I just wanted to say this. So, bye for now. Me and my mother went for a walk. Gonna update you later. Oh, fuck. Hi again. It's nearly 8 and almost 10 hours pass from me taking beds, and my meds peak is after between 4 and 8 hours, so the effects are decreasing. Yeah, I know. It's not like what I don't know, see on TikTok. I don't feel like a big crush. No, I feel slowly but surely feel like my normal again. And the three things I want to talk about first, I have a lot of hard time falling asleep. I never ever, whenever I want to sleep, is because of my body is tired, not my mind. My mind is giving me so much trouble to going into actual and falling into actual sleep. Today I was very calm, very slow. What the fuck? And I felt because of that so sleepy. It was so peaceful that I felt like if I want to sleep and decide to sleep, I can. But in normal, I really having a lot of trouble about sleep. So it was different. Second thing, at the walk, at some point I sat on a bench and watched the view, and I was just there. I was just watching the sea, the mountains, the breeze coming to my face, and I was just so present at that moment and not anywhere else actually, and that was very different. There wasn't any thoughts. I almost felt like dumb because I wasn't thinking anything. That's so fucking different. What the fuck? The third thing I want to talk about is I'm not a very anxious person at all. I don't think I have a lot of anxiety. I just have normal amount of anxiety, I think. But there's something. I am so hyper aware of my acts and myself on public. It's something like whenever I'm talking to a waiter or cashier, whenever I'm talking to someone in the public, I am just so aware of myself. As I said, these thoughts are not anxious. I don't think like, whoa, why did I said that or what she's so thinking about me. No, I don't give a fuck. I am just so aware of my acts. If it makes any sense. And I feel like I sound so narcissistic, but no, I'm just so aware of myself, my walk, my sentences, my voice, my hair, my eyelashes, whatever. And today, a little different than the others because when I communicate with someone, I was just communicating to them. I wasn't thinking about how they're perceiving me at all. I was just talking to them. Yeah, that's also very different. It really takes the weight off my shoulders. Yeah. The thing is, I didn't even knew that was something different. I didn't think it was an issue until today. Well, hi again. It's tomorrow, and I forget to, not forget to, but I fall asleep while watching TV. So out of character for me. And remember when I say I didn't felt the crash out? Yeah, that was a lie. I felt after the video. I felt the zoom out again, and the hamsters in my head started to run in their hoops again. That was a lot. That was a lot to consume. I felt every detail again. I processed every detail in my environment again. The cars, the sounds, and I always knew there's something different with my brain, but I didn't know how much I actually fucked up until I saw the world normal and how most of the people see it so much calmer, peaceful, and still. That was very different experience. I'm in day two. Yeah, bye. Thanks for being with me in this journey. Bye bye.